Coming up on this edition of Southwest TV News. 38-year-old David Lee Little of Calgary made his third appearance in Swift Current Provincial Court on Thursday. 31 nominees in 7 categories were in the spotlight during the 16th annual SCBEX Spirit of Swift Current Awards. Bus transportation continues to play a vital role for students getting to and from school on a daily basis. Thanks for joining us here today. A Calgary man made another appearance before the judge following a high-speed chase near Swift Current. We have more in today's top story. 38-year-old David Lee Little of Calgary made his third appearance in Swift Current Provincial Court on Thursday, facing a string of charges in connection with a robbery with violence and a high-speed chase with police on September the 29th. Police records indicate Little had broke into and stole numerous items from a Swift Current business that day, then proceeded to force a 77-year-old woman out of her car and lead Swift Current police on a high-speed chase along the No. 1 highway to Herbert, and eventually crashing into a police vehicle. Following an afternoon of extensive court proceedings on Thursday, Judge Matt Sella agreed to release Little out on bail with a number of restrictions, including keeping the peace, abstaining from alcohol and drugs, and to not travel outside a 100-kilometer radius of High River, Alberta. David Lee Little's case will be back on the Swift Current Provincial Court docket on November the 12th. Swift Current and area businesses were in the spotlight during the annual SCBEX Awards. We bring you all the highlights in this report. 31 nominees in 7 categories were in the spotlight during the 16th annual SCBEX Spirit of Swift Current Awards. A capacity crowd at the Sky Center applauded the efforts of local nonprofit groups and entrepreneurs for their endeavors for the 2013 year. One by one, each of the category winners took to the stage to accept their award, including Fresh Start in the not-for-profit category, which offers a soup kitchen and other outreach programming in the community. Original Joe's for medium business, and the team at Matrix Solutions, Inc. for large business. Excitement through the evening was evident with all of the nominees, especially the winners in the new and small business categories, who were honored for their unique ventures.
I would like to thank City of Swift Current and especially Chamber of Commerce for nominating us, and to all the people who has voted to us, and looking forward to serve you nice curries.
But Kiva for me is about offering people an opportunity to experience happiness in all kinds of ways, and it's me sharing my heart center with people. So to have that be recognized is important because it's like people see that love matters.
2 long-standing businesses were also inducted into the SCBEX Hall of Fame, PV Mart and Rittinger's Menswear, which brought some lighthearted fun to the evening, as Mayor Jared Schaefer made a fashion statement during his presentation to Rittinger's, an award which both inductees credit to their staff and long-standing clientele.
It's not just shirts and ties and pants. It's about service and helping the customer be happy with what he's got, and that's what we've really worked hard on all these years.
Oh, it's amazing. We're just elated to have this honor. Our customers come in and show us their pictures of their grandchildren, and if they have new ones, right? It's just almost a home atmosphere for our customers.
The evening concluded with the Member Business of the Year Award presented to PharmaSave, a recognition which was overwhelming to the Swift Current team at PharmaSave, who are now marking their 50th year in business in Swift Current.
Yeah, I mean, for us, it's just the icing on the cake. I mean, 50 years was a great celebration for us, but this award just, reaffirms our commitment to the community, and we're just really proud to be part of it.
A successful event, which the Swift Current Chamber of Commerce was pleased to see supported by the community again this year.
We had such a great group of nominees, and a lot of them, and the community responded both in voting as well as nominating this year. They came forward and said, you know what, these companies, these businesses and organizations have been doing a great job in the community, and we want to celebrate them.
The annual SCBEX Spirit of Swift Current Awards are hosted every October. The Chinook School Division has a busy year ahead, including bus transportation issues and transition for students into new schools. Bus transportation continues to play a vital role for students getting to and from school on a daily basis. 2014-15 will see 121 rural routes across the Chinook School Division, 34 routes within Swift Current, and 11 private contracted routes across the region. And according to a recent transportation report presented to the Chinook School Board, one new route will be added to the Shaunavon and Waldeck areas. In addition, 13 new buses and one passenger van have also been ordered and will be introduced to the current fleet of vehicles already in service.
You know, our buses travel on grid roads an awful lot, and so the ministry right now have a 12-year life cycle. We're not experiencing that. We're seeing that 10 years is about as much as we're able to get out of our buses. And so we've had to be a little bit more aggressive in our renewal plan, and the board's been able to do that. And so fortunately for us, we're able to keep our bus fleet at the average age that's our target of 6 years. And so as they get older, we move them off regular routes and turn them into spare buses. And then once they hit a certain kilometer level, we just move them on completely.
Chufu further explains that along with keeping the buses on the road is the gradual transition into different schools in the coming year for numerous students across Swift Current.
People may have seen the new bus lay-by at Irwin School, but we still have work inside the school that we need to do to make it little people friendly. And also next spring you'll see some exterior work for playgrounds and things like that going on at the Irwin site.
And along with the transition of students throughout the various schools in Swift Current comes the approval by the board for a $1 million project for an elevator at Central School.
While that does not sound like a lot, Central School is an old castle-style school, and finding an appropriate way to get an elevator shaft into that school that will be accessible to all 3 floors has been quite a challenge in terms of the planning, and is going to require a little bit of renovation within the school itself, as well as the actual construction of an elevator shaft on the side of the school.
In the coming year, changes for the Chinook School Division in Swift Current will include Ashley Park School closing its doors in June of 2015. Irwin School will transition to K through grade 8 in the fall of 2015, with Central School adding grade 7 in 2015-16 and grade 8 for the 2016-17 year. Well, this brings to a close another episode of Southwest TV News, reporting the stories that matter to you. We always welcome your news tips. You can always reach us here by phone at our studio or by email to contact us at southwesttvnews.com. Also, be sure to join us daily online for the latest news from across Southwest Saskatchewan and so much more at MyLocalTV.ca. And be sure to follow us on a range of social media. Thanks for joining us here today. I'm Carol Andrews.